This is an ecosystem where the struggle for life happens daily. In 30 days, I made a mini ecosystem, and this is how it all started on day 1.
Today is a big day, and in fact, it's the first day of our 30-day challenge in order to build an ecosystem. And where do we go to build ecosystems? That's right, PetSmart.
Attached to a nail salon. So I walked in and I saw a parrot, lizards, a hamster that looks like my neighbor, sorry neighbor, and Linda, who guided me through this step by step. Don't do this without a Linda. I bought all the supplies she recommended me and came back home. The first step to building our ecosystem is the back wall. Safety first. I sprayed the back wall with foam so that we can place cork, aka wood, onto the back of our ecosystem. All right, that's our base layer of foam. Kind of looks like ice cream, but that's all right. Then I added this cork for insects to climb on. It's all set. Now it's time for the foam to harden. Okay, so Linda at PetSmart told me to tuck in some moss in between the foam, so let's go do that now. So moss adds a really nice look to the ecosystem, and I thought it was not a living thing, but apparently it is. So now we're gonna add the ground to this ecosystem with substrate, aka dirt. So the substrate is the foundation of this ecosystem. It's going to be holding all the moisture and all the nutrition and hydration necessary for a living ecosystem. For some extra good luck, I decided to add a log and gave the dirt some paps on its head. Okay, now is a fun part. We're gonna add our first 2 insects into the ecosystem. Roly-polies and springtails.
These roly-polies and springtails are extremely small.
Like super duper small. Just look at how small it is in comparison to my finger. So I added our first isopods to the ecosystem, and then I did a little mixy, and then I watered the ecosystem just a little bit.
So today was an exciting day 1, and I'm just really excited we got so much done. And we're gonna come back to see what's actually changed and to see if the isopods are jamming. See you soon.
So I came in the next day and cleaned up briefly, but after that I did not check up on the ecosystem at all, and honestly nothing really happened. The isopods are probably jamming.
Oh no. On day 5, what we've noticed is that there's a very big problem. In fact, the isopods inside of this ecosystem have not been jamming. There is no roots, no dirt that has moved in a single moment in the last 5 days. That's a problem. That means we have to do an inspection against the isopods.
I've already moistened up the terrarium with this bad boy, but there is so much more to do in order to get these isopods active. So I'm gonna add a little mister and add like a potato. In order to attach this mister to the ecosystem, we have to stick this to the side of the glass. Next, we have to fill up the mister with water. Now we're gonna add these 2 tubes to the back of the ecosystem to allow for automatic misting every 12 hours. I mean, that's pretty cool. Now let's go and test the mister to see if this thing actually works. All right, 3, 2, 1. What the heck? I thought it would be coming out of these things right here. However, it actually just shot me in the face right here. Let me turn this on. What the heck? Apparently isopods really like potatoes, and now that we solved the water issue, let's give them some more food. Now the isopods have 2 food sources: moss, potato. All right, guys, I'm leaving for a couple days, so take care of each other. See you soon. So I decided to give him a strawberry while I was gone, and over the course of 10 days, I saw some really interesting stuff. To my surprise, the isopods didn't touch the strawberry at all, but they are definitely multiplying in there. And Mark over here is having a 4-day party by himself. We love you, Mark. And as the days passed, I was so fascinated with how this ecosystem is turning out. It's almost like I took a plot of nature and I'm just observing it every single step of the way. Oh yeah, there's definitely more isopods.
Day 15 is a huge day. We have seen exponential growth in the isopods. Aha, so next, we're gonna add some plants to our ecosystem. And have you ever seen such a green patch of grass? Like, this is real live grass, and I've never ever seen something more green than this.
Now just to cut out a small square. It's literally a dirt Minecraft block. This is crazy. So first we're gonna place our dirt block over here. There we go. Next, let's plant this plant that has holes in it for some reason. There we go. Then I did some small readjustments just to make sure that the plants are actually deep inside the soil, because I kind of just placed it on top hoping it would work, but you know, obviously that won't work.
So next is to install the home, and what we're gonna do is we have got the best home for our apex predator, and this is it. Yeah, I don't really know what it is either, but apparently Linda at PetSmart said it works. So let's go ahead and install it.
You know, looking at this thing, it kind of looks kind of weird, and kind of looks like, if you know what I mean, like... So Linda told me that these are actually bamboo test tubes, which are actually really unique because they can be refilled at the back end over here and always have water. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna fill these up.
Whoa guys, whoa. So right now I have the apex predator of this ecosystem in my hands right now. They are going to absolutely obliterate the isopod invasion. They are fierce. They are terrifying. They are Ruth, Rosie, and Richard. And their friends.
Yes, our apex predator is an ant colony with a queen ant. So if you don't know what a queen ant is, it's essentially an ant that will create more ants. As simple as that. So all that white stuff you see in that tube are actually eggs. This is the future generation for the ant colony. Once these older ants die, these new ants will be born. So the first step is adding the queen to the ecosystem. By the way, her name is Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Now that the queen is safely transferred, let's move the rest of the colony over. Okay, so I was just about to move over the rest of the colony, but take a look at this. This queen has found the bamboo test tube and is really liking it. I just hope the rest of these ants will like it too. Now this is a very big problem because if ants can't protect their eggs, most likely the entire colony will die. The next 5 days, the ants were hyperactive. Look at how much they're moving. They decided they really didn't like the bamboo tubes we gave them, so they decided to dig instead. Oh, and on the topic of ants, I am not Ants Canada. I get it. I know we look very similar. But as one of his biggest fans, I really want to collaborate with him. So I texted one of my friends, and long story short, my friend said he's not going to collab with a smaller channel. So let's pass Ants Canada in subscribers and help prove that I have my own identity. Thank you. So now that they're living happily, I decided to give them some friends. Meet Jerry and Kevin. They are roaches and also best friends. Looks like Kevin is doing well on the moss and oh my god, Jerry! Over the next few days, I mourned for Jerry while watching my beautiful ant colony, and I thought to myself, maybe they weren't best of friends. Anyways, I guess our ant colony does need to eat something, so we're gonna give them some seeds. Yes, you heard that correctly, seeds. These are harvester ants, meaning that they can eat seeds and sustain themselves just on that food source. Over the next couple days, I let the ecosystem be. It feels like these ants are always active and never get the time to sleep. Well, except for Richard. He's always sleeping. I honestly think this is one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do. I've just watched a multi-level ecosystem come to life. But these insects living in here have no idea how big the world is, so I plan on taking care of them every step of the way.
Subscribe.